And good afternoon, ladies. It's great to be here once more to be having the closing ceremony or the closing session for the second cohort of the Aspiring Entrepreneurs Program. It feels surreal that, a journey that started at the beginning of this year and formally when session started March 1st, it just feels surreal that, it's 6 months already and here we are at the end of the program. And for me, what has been most rewarding is the fact that a lot of women, a lot of you ladies, you have put in the effort, you have put in the commitment, despite everything, despite the challenges. For those who had babies during the session, it was, I don't know how you coped. People had a lot of things to deal with, but despite it all, we are here. It's no mean feat. So today we're just going to be having a discussion, right? It's just going to be a discussion and we'll talk. It was supposed to be, I'd wanted it to be like a village square meeting kind of thing. Yeah, we're Africans. We like our communal setting, but unfortunately technology is just doing its own and having its own way, but we'll still make the best of what we can. So today we'll be talking about the journey so far. Really, let's just even recap everything that we have been through, right? In this course of the cohort, and I decided also to give you some success nuggets. Yeah, at some point I used to give out these nuggets on social media, but I got busy. So but as entrepreneurs, the nuggets are different and they are peculiar to what I have seen and what I have observed, in the last 6 months. And I'm looking into the future. So what next? What are the next steps for us as a community? Because really right now we are a community. And then we'll be looking at our winners. We have some people who will be winning some stuff. We'll look at that and then I'll take any questions. And without much ado, just give me a minute, please. Okay, so the journey so far, we started in March. And who remembers the first thing we sent, the first session we had? Right, we had the opening session, which was really to welcome everyone to the program. And it's from that particular opening ceremony where I was dancing, "It's time for Africa, Zamina, Mina." And here we are today. So first month, the month of March, we were all about generating your business idea. And for those who have been following the program, you remember that we sent you 2 documents, which was really for those who had not, who've not had any business idea, for those who were looking to start up a new business. We sent a document which was actually an adaptation of a manual that was developed by the International Labour Organization, ILO. And when we developed that manual for people who wanted to come up with their business ideas, and we had the first and the second manual. And then we had the wonderful session with Jenny Haza talking about the entrepreneurial mindset. What is the mindset every entrepreneur should have? And remember that session? I think it was an amazing session, a good way to start our master classes. And then we had Shelley Nafula from Kenya. Oh, she gave us some really, really, there's some tips and some lessons that you will never find in textbooks or you will never find in any online course. But she brought you, lessons from the streets, what she learned during her journey. And then we moved on to the month of April, where we're looking at how to validate your product market fit. So yes, you've come up with your business idea, you've done your customer interviews. How do you then validate your product market fit? And we had a session from a masterclass session from Fisayo Okunsoya, who was looking at, talking about how to validate your product market fit. And then we had a mentoring session from Femi Oyedipe, who remembers that wonderful session we had with Femi Oyedipe, the chocolate lady, right? And who talked to us about her journey and the peculiar challenges that she faced in her journey to being the big business mogul of chocolates that she is right now. And then the month of May, we went into developing your business model and strategy. And then we had that workshop with Andy Plantenberg, where she talked about, I also forgot that, in validating your product market fit, we've got this, a masterclass from last cohort, which was on innovation and ideation. You remember the story that Obo shared about his Kunu story? Yes, that was in April. And then we had Andy Plantenberg in the month of May, and then she talked about developing your business model and strategy, which was a workshop on how to, develop, how to complete the Lean business model canvas. We had a wonderful mentoring session with Colette Indy, right? Yeah, in this particular month, and that was it for the month. And then in the month of June, we had a lot of things going on in the month of June. I'm sure a lot of people missed some of the videos that we put out, but this was a power-packed month because we had two masterclasses in this month. We had Odran Yosanya, the queen of customer experience, come talk to us about how to develop and build a unique and winning customer experience for your customers. We had Agatha Emina, who talked about digital marketing tools for your business. And we've got 2 sessions from last cohort where Joy Enegalu was talking about how to leverage digital media to grow your business. We also had the masterclass of all masterclasses from ID Enang, who is like a marketing veteran in Nigeria and indeed in West Africa, because he has served on so many marketing boards in West Africa. And he talked about the art and the science of marketing. And then we had another video from last cohort, which talked about the art and the science of selling. So he said that the month of June was really packed with, a lot of sessions. And then July, we had business operations and finance. We had Victor, who is the king of business structure, right? Come talk to us about business structure. What are the structures you need to have in business, and how do you manage your operations? We had a wonderful Bome Akon who came to tell us about how to attract and manage people effectively. We had three actually masterclass sessions from last cohort, which talked about pricing and revenue management. How do you determine the right price for your product or for your services? We had another Bome come talk about tax management. How do you manage taxes? What are the different things you need to put into consideration when you're looking at your tax as an SME? And then there's one more session on financial management, yes, by Ife Ibitokun, who talked about how to manage your books, all the challenges most entrepreneurs face with finance and cash flow management, and how to really just interpret your numbers, right? So we had that session. And then in the month of August, we had the masterclass session from the legal luminary himself, Damilola Salahu, who talked about the legal toolkit for SMEs. And you all agree with me that that session was really power packed, right? Yeah, so that's the journey so far. And ladies, I know we've been in the midst of all of this. We had assignments, we had coaching sessions, so it has really been intensive. And honestly, I salute everyone who's been able to follow through this journey. Some ladies have just been phenomenal. I mean, I see those names and I'm like, oh no, this is one of our best participants. I may not know the face, but I know the names. I mean, and so many names just keep popping up. So I want to say kudos. Well done, ladies. You have done so well, right? And I wish I could just give out gifts to everyone and say, you know what, this is Father Christmas, take gifts for being wonderful participants. But unfortunately, I'm not Father Christmas yet. But one thing I require from everyone is that I don't want this to just be an effort in futility. The only thing you can do for Paywen is for you to use the knowledge and build that business, right? Scale your business. That's the only joy you can give me and you can give Paywen. When 5 years down the line, we are hearing of Paywen businesses being listed, on the stock exchange, or, being called the next unicorn in Africa. I want businesses to come out of Paywen that will be at the same level of Paystack, Flutterwave, Pot Chocolates, Lush Chocolates, all the big names that we hear now. One of the reasons why we started Paywen was because when it came to female entrepreneurship, there just seemed to be like 5 or 10 names that we know. And I'm like, we have so many women, millions of women in Africa. How come our role models are only just few? So we want to build role models for the next generation. And it is my hope that we would have these role models from this particular cohort of the Aspiring Entrepreneurs Program. You've got everything that it takes. You've had all the experienced entrepreneurs come share their knowledge. You've had your coaches pour out of themselves. Sometimes when I hear what the coaches have done, and I'm like, you're doing, and all of the coaches are not, none of the coaches are paid. Every one of them have done it with their whole heart. And I see some of the things that the reports that they have done, and I'm really overwhelmed. So ladies, we have given you everything. The next step of what you're going to make out of it lies in your hands. And really, most of the big names you hear today, they never had such a privilege, right? So it's really will be my pleasure, if we put in the work, right? So quickly, let me see how I can speed up on this. SKP's success nuggets. I love success. I love to empower people to succeed. The name of my company is Success HQ Africa. I love to make people succeed. So what am I going to say today? I have, I think, about 15 points, and I'm going to go through them quickly. But I've clustered all my points into 3 key things. To succeed as an entrepreneur, you just need 3 key things, and it's what I call MMM. Who knows what MMM means? I'm sure we've all heard of MMM, but don't worry, what I'm going to tell you is not the MMM that we know. Yeah, this will be the MMMs to success, if you can want to put it that way, or just call it SKP success nuggets, right? And the first is your mindset. Oh, before we even talk about that, let's take a look at the slide, and I'd like everyone to read it. I know I won't be able to hear you, but I really want you to read it. It's a popular quote that I like from Les Brown. The graveyard is the richest place on earth because it is here that you will find all the hopes and dreams that were never fulfilled, the books that were never written, the songs that were never sung, the inventions that were never shared, the cures that were never discovered, all because someone was too afraid to take that first step, to keep with the problem, or determined to carry out their dream. And this was by Les Brown. And with this, I'll share a personal story. A few years ago, I was pregnant with my last child, my third born. And, at the point of delivery, I mean, for those of us who've given birth, that the process of delivery could be wonderful. But this was a particularly interesting delivery. And at some point, I really felt like, I was going to give up. I actually felt myself going down a tunnel, like life was being sucked out of me. And honestly, I was so sure I was going to die, right? But then 2 things jolted me up. And it wasn't like I was in a bad hospital. I was in one of the best hospitals you could think of. I was actually in the US. I gave birth to my third baby. And I mean, and it was not my first child. It was my first child to say, oh no, yeah, this was my third baby. But really, I was this close to dying. But something more like, or 2 things served as the force that really pushed me back to life. 2 things that I thought of was that, first and foremost, what was I going to tell my maker that I did? Or what story was I going to tell my maker that, about my achievement, or about me fulfilling the purpose for which I was brought into this world? What story was I going to give that, oh no, I just came into this world and I was being good, right? It didn't just sit well with me. And then I just thought of you, who would also take care of my children? I don't know which force was greater, but man, even the doctor said that they did not, that in less than 1 minute, everything, all the, alarm systems and all those things that they just tie around, they just started beeping, blah, 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 blah. And then they were going helter-skelter, la, 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 la. And here I was back. But I was this close. And the reason why I recount that story is to say, God forbid, whenever we are going to die, we will all die one day, right? Whether we like it or not. Do you want to die empty, or do you want to die full? Do you want to die with the satisfaction that you have done the best that you can do, given the resources that you have? And that's something I would like us to think about, to say, have we fulfilled the purpose that we have been brought to this world to fulfill? Inside every one of us is the awesomeness that God has birthed in us. We all have been given some unique, amazing gifts. But the question is, how are we using these gifts? Some of us have some skills. Some of us have ideas. Some of us have some knowledge. Some of us are just wise in certain ways. But God has given every one of us, irrespective of how old you are, irrespective of how young you are never too young to start that business. You are never too old to start that business. You are never, ever too, there's no limiting factor for you to achieve what you want to achieve. There's a popular saying that I like. I don't know how to say it in indigenous language, but it's an Igbo saying. It says your morning is when you wake up. I don't know the original version, but I know the translation means that your morning is when you wake up. So even if you have not been participating in all the sessions, even if you have been sleeping or you have been, doing whatever it is, your morning is when you wake up. Whenever you decide to wake up is your morning. So are you going to wake up? Are you going to use everything that God has given you and fulfill the purpose? When your children see you, what legacy do you want to leave for your children? What do you want them to say as, this is what my mother has done? Now, even if you're still in this university, right, and you've not even got to marry, yes, it's time for you to start thinking about what legacy you want to leave for your children. And you're never too young or you're never too old, like I say. So I'll go into my, the 3 things I want to talk about: mindsets, management, and mental wellness. These are 3 key things I want to leave you with. In a quest for success. And the first thing is mindset. And this is where the battlefield is. The battlefield is in your mind. Whatever you think of yourself is who you are. And, in my experience as a HR person, before I jumped into entrepreneurship, there was something that just amazed me. So there was this staff of mine who was just used to be, he just couldn't be bothered, He wasn't the best staff. And then something happened, there was a managerial role, and I encouraged him to, apply for the managerial role. I coached him and he got the managerial role. And then I noticed a dramatic transformation in the way he was carrying himself and the way he was, executing his job. And what I saw with that was that it's how you see yourself that determines how your brain processes the vision of whom you are, and that determines what you achieve. So if you see yourself as the next Mark Zuckerberg of Africa, that is what you are. If you see yourself as a layabout, exactly that is what you are. If you see yourself as the next Ibukun Awoshika, Monica Musonda, and we were deliberate about using those names as our peer group and learning team names. It wasn't just because we just wanted to throw out names. It was because we wanted you to see people who have achieved, so that by the time you begin to see people who have achieved, you can begin to aspire to be even bigger than they. That is my hope. That is my dream, that our participants, parentpreneurs, as I like to call you all, will be leading in business in whichever sector, whether it is construction, food, services, retail, tech, agriculture, beauty and fashion. I want to see Payway names, leading. And we are here to provide all the support. I'll talk about that later. So the first thing, to thine own self be true. Don't copy other people. You are born uniquely. You know what? What's this thing called? Yeah, your fingerprint is unique. No one has your fingerprint. So be true to yourself. Understand what your strengths and your weaknesses are. Not everyone has the same opportunities as you are. Take an example. Not everyone can do Payway. Not because I'm necessarily the most brilliant people in the world, but nobody is like me and nobody has the opportunities that I have, right? So to thine own self be true. Be yourself. Don't copy other people. We like this thing in Africa. Let's not copy. Look inwards and ask yourself, what is my purpose? What has my maker called me into this world to be? And how would I go about achieving that? The next thing is that time is a finite resource. Every second you spend in this world is time, is value, is currency that you are trading away. How are you using your time? How are you maximizing your time? If you look at 24 hours, what have you done with 24 hours? We all have a limited time, all of us. And the same way it just looks like yesterday we started this program, it's 6 months already. In 6 months, some people have won grants. Some people have scaled their businesses, yet some people have not even registered their business name or even started any business. Time is a finite resource. Please be careful and be mindful of how you spend this resource. The third point is kill all insecurities. You see this imposter syndrome, it affects every one of us. I've been there, right? And if you listen to the Mentor Me sessions, you realize that a lot of all the other entrepreneurs too have been there. We all face it, right? But we need to kill it because it's, like I said, the battlefield is in your mind. And that is where the enemy, the devil, irrespective of whatever religion you are, that is what the enemy works on. Once your mindset is skewed, your results will be skewed. So first thing is to kill all insecurities, face your fears, and get it done. And then the last point in this is the difference between success and failure is just action and persistence. That's it. And so many people have said this, Steve Jobs, there's so many people quote, I don't want to be doing quotable quotes now, but really the difference between the person who has succeeded and the person who has failed to succeed is just because the person who succeeded took action and was persistent. You've heard all our mentors, entrepreneurship is no baby's game, right? You've got to put in the work, but you can be rest assured that if you put in the work, you get a result, right? Next is management, and this has to do with your business. As you can see in the picture, you're building the building blocks of a puzzle. You're bringing, as the chief visionary of your business, it is your responsibility to bring all the pieces of your business together. And then working on your business, the first point here is you need to work in and on your business. And I'm going to explain that, right? So if I'm a farmer, right? I process foods let's say just I'm a farmer. I go to farm, I plant and I harvest and I sell it off to off-takers. Now, you realize that for most parts of your time, you're working in your business. When am I going to plant? How am I going to buy the fertilizer? You're working on the operational aspects of your time. And for many of us business owners, we do not spend time working on the business. And everything that we have given you in this 6 months is the tools that you need to work on your business. What's my market share? What market share am I controlling? How's my business doing? How am I doing with my marketing? How will I capture new markets? The overall strategy of your business and how you are going to succeed and how you are going to move from where you currently are to where you want to be is what I describe as working on your business. As entrepreneurs, you need to find time. Yes, there'll be a lot of things I'll be buying for your time, but you need to deliberately create that time to work on your business, right? The more time you spend working on your business, the more profitable you're going to be. Secondly is Do not make decisions because, yes, it's good to use your guts when you are making decisions in business, but validate those gut-driven instincts with data. Let your decision making be data-driven. Use data. You have plethora of data available to you, whether on the internet, whether from consultants, whether from anywhere. Ensure that you are validating the data that is driving the decisions, that you are making. Thirdly, keep abreast of trends. And when I'm talking about trends, I'm talking about global, regional, and country trends. There's no business that operates in isolation. So every business is affected by things that are happening in the macroeconomy and in the global economy. So if oil prices are going up, it has an implication on your business. What is the implication? Irrespective of whatever sector you are in, what is the implication? And you need to understand what these implications are. And then it is with this that you then begin to create scenarios and then begin to plan. This is the thing that separates the multinational companies from SMEs. What are the trends? How does it affect you? And how are you planning for this, right? Focus. Yes, I want to talk about this. As entrepreneurs and as female African entrepreneurs, one of the things I realized is that we're usually, because we're gifted, right? We can do so many things at the same time. You find out that we have many business interests. So you can see someone who has, who's into agriculture, who's into garment care, who's into tech, and then you're just but one person. So yes, I understand the need to create multiple revenue streams, but ensure that all your revenue streams are along a certain value chain so that you're not pulling yourself in too many directions. Focus on one particular value chain and then begin to create value in different aspects of the value chain. So for instance, if you're into agric, you can, beyond the farming, you can look at processing, you can look at using your waste for manure or, converting into biogas, so these are different businesses, but they are all within the same value chain. If you begin to take yourself outside, you're just but one person. For you to succeed, there needs to be that singularity of focus, that singularity of purpose. Focus on the core that you want to focus on and make sure it works. Oops, there's a typo here. Perception is everything. Apologies for that. And really, I can't but say this. How do you present yourself on both online and offline, right? You need to ensure that you deliberately build a brand for yourself and for your business. Why? Because perception is everything, right? Sometimes you see some people that are not doing as much as you do, but yet they are getting all the accolades. Why? Because they have been able to position themselves well. So you need to do this, right? Leverage technology, irrespective of what sector that you're operating in. Leverage technology. You are not going to be successful if you do not find a way of leveraging technology, digital technology precisely, to grow your business, right? So sit down and look for ways in which you can leverage technology to grow and scale your business. And then network and collaborate. I've tried to reduce my stories, but this story I even have to talk. Now, I know a lot of you will disagree, but I am an introverted introvert. That means I am fine by myself. I don't like to network. I don't like to go around. I don't like to. But there was a certain incident that, I'm still an introvert, but yeah, it made me begin to push myself. Now, what year was that? I think that was 2019. I went for a conference in Tanzania. And so as usual, at the end of that particular day, I decided to go back to my hotel room and I was tired. I love sleep. I love my sleep. I can win competition when it comes to sleeping, right? And then I just wanted to sleep. And that voice just told me that, so you're going to leave all the way from Nigeria and come to Tanzania to sleep. Is this sleep that you do not sleep in Nigeria that is doing you? Come on, get up and go and meet somebody. So that's how I got off my room. I took a shower, I dressed up, and then I just went to some rooms on someone's room, you know, some couple of on the same floor as my hotel room, right? And then a number of people had gathered there. I mean, we're all from Nigeria, really interestingly. We're all from Nigeria. And then we just started talking. And then we really bonded that day. But guess what? That was where Paywen was born, right? Because we were just talking, we just connected. We didn't talk about Paywen. We didn't talk about anything, but we just connected and we bonded, right? So many months after, when we just got back, you know, to Nigeria, and you know, we just buzzed each other and said, it's been a while now, let's just connect, let's go out, you know, have dinner together. And so we went for dinner. And it was when we went for dinner and we're reminiscing about, you know, our experience in Tanzania. And then someone now challenged us and said, what are we going to do? That was when the conversation with respect to Paywen was birthed. So think about it. If I had slept, if I had yielded to my natural self to just sleep in after the session, maybe we'll never be here today. So why do I say this? You have a community of women, of entrepreneurs around you. You have people in your peer groups. You have people in your country groups. How are you connecting? How are you networking? How are you collaborating? In the business, in the climate of business that we are today, it's only people who collaborate that can grow. If you are doing Soul Ranger, if you are doing me, myself, and you, there's a limit to okay. There's some noise there. There's a limit to how far you can go. Apologies, let me use my headphones, right? So that. Okay. So there's a limit to how far you can grow if you are doing Soul Ranger. So find people that you can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, fantastic. So find people that you can network with, find people that you can collaborate with. There are more than enough people for you to collaborate with in the Paywen network, right? So what are you doing? What are you using this network that you have been given? What are you using it for? I shared my own examples, and you know the reason why I give these stories is to let you know that I'm with you, right? I've faced every fear that you want to face. I've faced every challenge that you want to face, and guess what? We are here today. We are waxing stronger and waxing stronger. But if you do not collaborate, there's a limit to how far you can go, right? And then my last M is mental wellness. Ladies, please take care of this. It is important. As one of my mentors will say, Bukwa Woshika, the ministry of you comes first. Before any ministry that you have, your ministry as a daughter, your ministry as a wife, your ministry as a mother, your ministry as whatever ministry you have, the ministry of you comes first. Your brain, how well, how healthy is your mental state? It comes first. And you need to prioritize you, prioritize yourself, right? And I'll share this example. There's a lady who I know, an elderly lady, right? She loves her children. Obviously, she sacrificed so much for her children growing up, but her children grew up in a very, it was, you know, sometimes the English can just leave you, but they grew up in a traumatizing family, because the woman was, it was later that I didn't realize that, you know, she had some mental disorder, right? Which made her, you know, always bitter, always angry. And, you know, somehow she transferred this to her children. And her children are old. She's a grandmother now, so she's not exactly young. But, you know, it took so many years. And I was even just speaking with her daughter, and I told her that your mother is not wicked. Your mother is not mad. She just had mental health issues. And because we are Africans, we don't talk about these things. She had gone through so much and she had become a bitter woman, a bitter and an angry woman. And she took this out on her children. Ladies, please, let's ensure that we work on ourselves. Create the right network, cultivate those networks that would help you, that will support you. I have friends that will just call me and say, "Escape, let's just go. Let's go and have fun, or let's just go and do this." And sometimes I love to swim, right? I just call my friends, "Yeah, let's go and swim." My children know sometimes I want to just go and swim alone. I don't want anybody to swim with me, right? I just want to, have a good time to myself and then just go swim. So the question is, are you prioritizing you? Are you cultivating the right networks? Now, this, I know a lot of us are guilty, but I will still say it. Exercise regularly. No, this is not just about losing weight. We all want to lose weight, I agree. Yeah, even those who are size 10, they want to lose weight. That's fine. But you're not exercising to lose weight. You're exercising to keep yourself in good mental states. Walking every day, don't run, no, don't even stress yourself. Just be like me. I don't like to run. I can't even run to save my life, right? But on a daily basis, I try to either do some aerobics or I take a walk, and I do a minimum of 30 minutes walk. But really, you don't have to do that. 15, 20 minutes walk every day, particularly in the morning, or if you cannot do it in the morning, in the evening, it clears your head. It helps your mood. It boosts your immune system. The vitamin D, boosts your immune system, it boosts your immunity, you're able to think better, you do not fall ill. Please exercise regularly and eat well. Not for me, but for yourself, right? Not because you want to lose weight. So we're not losing weight here. You probably will not lose weight. I mean, I exercise regularly, but then I also eat well, right? So I'm not losing the weight, right? But it's important that you exercise regularly and eat well. And as much as possible, try to eat cooked foods, right? I do fast food, so I'm not going to lie, but I reduce it to the barest minimum, right? Unless I do not have an option, I would rather go for cooked food, right? So let's do that. Maintain a daily journal. And it could be any journal. Some people do gratitude journals. And so what does journaling mean? Journaling just means, every day you take some time aside and then you write, and for some people it's meditation, right? Stephanie took us on some wonderful meditation techniques, at the last virtual meet. Whatever works for you, right? But just do something that helps you to reflect on yourself, on your day, on your why, on your where, and as much as possible journal it. Journaling is beautiful. It's a very therapeutic exercise. I know, like I started, prioritize your happiness. So ladies, those are my 3 MMMs, right? The mindset, your management of your business, and your mental wellness that I want to leave you with, right? Every other thing, all your facilitators, your mentors, your coaches, they've all said everything. So I don't need to repeat that. I don't need to talk about that. So what I'm going to do is to just talk about next steps, looking into the future, right? So we've finished the 6 months journey. Congratulations, all of you, right? But this is where the work begins. It doesn't end with the classes. It doesn't end with the coaching sessions. It doesn't end, what's that noise? Yeah, it doesn't end here today, right? So looking into the future, one of the things that we want to do is we are committed to building an ecosystem of African female entrepreneurs. And what are the initiatives? What are some of the things that we want to do? We want to ensure that we are building the trailblazers who will lead our continent, Africa. That 5 years from now, 10 years from now, our parent entrepreneurs or parent members, because really we also have the career people, will be the ones blazing the trail, leading Africa. Just in the same way. Just in the same way you're having, all the names that, we've all mentioned before, we want to build this ecosystem. We want to nurture our next generation leaders. So what are some of the initiatives that we have for this? This noise is just, apologies. I'm using a different venue today. Okay, so 4 things, that I just want to quickly talk about. Okay, 4 things I really want to talk about. First and foremost is the Paywell entrepreneurs community. Okay, this noise is just amazing. Okay, but I'll continue anyhow, anyways. Okay. Apologies, ladies. There's just so much noise. Hello, ladies. Apologies. There's someone outside the office, making so much noise, and that was just distracting me. All right. So where did I stop? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Paywell entrepreneurs community, right? So what we want to do, so it doesn't stop here, right? That is part of the good news that I want to share with you. It doesn't stop here, right? We would continue, right, to build this community of entrepreneurs across Africa, right? And so we are starting a paid subscription membership, right, for Paywell entrepreneurs across Africa. And this membership will consist of an academy where you'd have access to all the master classes and mentoring sessions and everything. We'll have to move it off from YouTube. And then we'll now begin to have monthly sessions. So we would continue the master classes that we'll be having. But now the master classes will take a different feel, because in terms of business management, business management skills, you have everything that you need. Now we'll be looking at it in a more granular, the day-to-day things that you need to manage and grow your business, right? So we'll be doing that. There'll be a lot of networking and sharing. So for everyone who was part of this cohort, it's, you'll be onboarded into this membership community at no cost, but we'll then be opening it up, because we realize that we got so many requests from people to say they want to be part of the learning, they want to be part of the community, they want to benefit out of it. And you also know that not everyone was selected for the program. We had about 2,600 applications, and then we just selected about 1,000 people. So there's so many people who have said, we want to be part of this. So this subscription-based community is just an opportunity for us to open up the learning that you have gotten to other people. So now, what am I tasking everyone listening to me to do? We are going to open it up by next week, Monday. We will send out an email, and we'll also put it up in the social media pages We're going to send you information about, how do people subscribe, how much it is. It's not going to be anything. I think it's an annual payment of $50. Yeah, for anyone who is joining new. For those of you who are already part of PayWen, you are part of PayWen at no cost. You are going to be onboarded into the community at no cost. And it's just really an online membership community. So you'll be onboarded at no cost. Once the person working on the website is done with it, we would send you the login details, and there you have access to all your learning materials and more sessions that we'll be coming up with, right? Let me see, is there feedback on that? Yeah. You're welcome. But we need you to, so for every one of you, I want you to make sure that you get 5 people to subscribe, right? So that we can, the bigger the community is, the better the things that we're able to do, right? Ladies, okay, yes. So please, we want to make the community as big as 5,000 within the next 2 months, right? We want to scale. And for us to scale, we need you to scale. So it's easy, just get 5 people to subscribe. You will get the email notification next week. However, we're going to do it, we'll make sure it is ready before the end of this week, and you'll get the email. But yes, so members of the community get priority access to PayWen activities and resources. One of the things we're going to be doing is beyond all the sessions that we are doing, beyond all the master classes, beyond everything that we are doing. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Beyond everything, right? You get priority access, because I mean, we've got lots of things, planned out. Now, for our online communities, we are only going to maintain 3, because I know there's been so many communities. Even me myself, I am just even confused, right? So we have the Facebook group, right? I don't know, I'm going to speak with Ione, and we may have, a new a Facebook group for the paid members, right? We may have that, but we're just going to have one Facebook group, right? And that will contain all our activities. We're going to have one Telegram group. So our Telegram group that we use now is what we are going to maintain. Is what we are going to maintain. And then for WhatsApp, please, all the peer group WhatsApp groups should be closed immediately, please, so that we can have centrality of communication. The only WhatsApp groups that would remain is a country WhatsApp group. Now, we have some states or location-based WhatsApp groups. Those ones are just for the purpose of organizing the physical meet. And once the physical meet has happened and it has taken place, we can close it and then converge all the conversations to the country WhatsApp group. Are we fine with this? I've seen some people raise up their hands. Okay, I can't see them again. All right, if you want to speak, just raise up your hand. Neil, I'm going to allow you to speak at the end of this slide. So just raise up your hands and I'm going to allow you to speak. Yes, to the third part. Because we want to ensure that we continue to do activities that are beneficial to you, we are opening up what we call PayWen Alumni Executive Committee. And this will comprise of representatives from each region. So we'll be looking at representatives from West Africa, representatives from East Africa, representatives from Southern Africa, and we don't really have too many people from Northern Africa, but if we, so we'll be looking at representatives from these three geographic regions, and the whole aim, okay, sorry, and Central Africa also, yeah. And the whole aim is that these ladies would serve as the representatives of the alumni to begin to plan. They'll liaise with PayWen management, they'll plan activities, they'll come up with initiatives that will benefit the alumni, and they will engage with us, and then we'll make those things happen. right? So they're like your representatives, and we are not nominating, but if you're interested in joining the Paywen Alumni Executive, please send an email to, we'll send the details out. I can't remember the email address. It's different from the email addresses we've been using, but by Monday next week, our darling Stephanie is going to send you a love letter like she usually does, right? With the details of, I mean, if you want to join the Paywen Alumni Executive, what do you need to do? There'll be criteria, yes, and then you need to justify why you want to be a member of the executive, and then we'll take it up from there. So really, these are regional representatives, and they are promoting growth of the alumni. Ladies, we are focused on your growth. And this one is that whether you want it to or you don't want it to, you must be successful, you must grow, you must be a unicorn, you must be a leader. Whether you want it or you do not want it, as long as you have passed through Paywen, you must be successful. And why is this important to me? Let me tell you why. There's a positive correlation between how successful a woman is and the quality of education that her children get. And there's a positive correlation between how educated, the level of education in Africa and the reduction in crime rates. If we want Africa to prosper, we all need to play our part in growing Africa. If we want to end poverty, it starts with, the power lies with us as women, not the men. It's we women that determine how soon Africa is going to get out of the clutches of poverty. And I believe that it lies in the hands of our Paywen entrepreneurs. You've got everything. You've got everything it takes, right? And then get involved, right? There are different ways in which you can get involved. And I encourage you to get involved in all the ways. First, donate to Paywen. Yeah, we've given it to you at no cost, yeah. And I remember last year at the end of the cohort, some people got in touch with me to say they want to give back to Paywen. And I said, I'm not going to collect money. But right now we are saying, if you want to donate to Paywen, just go to our website, www.paywen.org. I think it's the last tab, get involved, and you'll see a donation link. If you want to donate to Paywen, please just go ahead and click the link and donate to Paywen. Volunteer, we always will need volunteer, especially as we begin to plan for next year's cohorts, which, by the way, is, let me not let the cat out of the bag, yeah? It's really going to be wonderful. So we'll need volunteers. So from time to time, we'll be calling out for volunteers. When we make a call out for volunteer, please volunteer, right? Please, please, please do. One of the things we also want to do, I mean, the more money we have with Paywen, the more the magic we can create for our Paywenpreneurs and our Paywen members. So if you know people who fund not-for-profit organizations, or if you can connect us to funders, right? Please let us know. You can send me an email, and you see my email at the end of the slide. Please send me an email so we can begin to approach these funders to get funding, because so far we've not gotten any funding, right? We've not gotten any external funding. So we really need funding to even do even bigger and better things, to create more initiatives. There's so many initiatives that we have in mind, but and then spread the word. Just talk about Paywen, talk about Paywen online, talk about Paywen offline. We need more people to care about the good news of Paywen, what we do, how we do it, and the benefits that you have gotten. So please go out and share the word and engage us on social media. Anyone who is not following us on social media, I don't even know why are you not following us on social media? What have we done for you? What have we done to you? If we've done anything that is making you angry, don't be angry, please. Ayoni is doing so much work, on our social media. Please encourage her and engage with our posts on social media. So at this point, I'm going to take some comments. Stephanie, please help me out with the, I'll allow 2 people to speak, and then Stephanie, you'll help me out with the comments from YouTube. Right, so Abidemi, I'm going to allow you to speak, and next will be Gloria Anderson. I saw O'Neill's hand go up some time ago, but okay, you know what, Abidemi, I'm allowing you to speak now.
Thank you very much, everyone. I want to say that the session has been really, really impactful. And then just like the other speaker said the other time, that the fact that we don't have an age limit really made the session to really be a worthwhile. Personally, I've been in business since 2013, and I've been running. One of the things I told um, my team members that if I joined a network group like this, probably I wouldn't have made some of the mistakes I made in business. So I want to say a big thank you. Even though we are ending it, I'm excited when we talked about the alumni body, which I think is very, very essential for us. PMI is a bit noisy too, so I want to stop from, but I'm excited. I want to say a very big thank you to Power for this opportunity.
Thank you to Abidemi. Thank you. So, Gloria Anderson.
Oh, sorry, I was muted.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. All right, thank you so much for the opportunity and for all that you have impacted and equipped in our minds. I'm Gloria Anderson from Tanzania. Basically, when I was applying for this opportunity, I didn't know I was going to be selected because I am into social entrepreneurship. So when I got selected, I was like, wow, they are also into social entrepreneurship as well. So the journey has been so wonderful, and it has also impacted the new ways of doing business as far as social entrepreneurship is concerned. With the NGO I've been leading for the past 2 years in education development here in Tanzania. And, I've also gotten ideas of some companies and that I can open in relation to education development. And actually, just along the journey, I have opened another enterprise which is basically leveraging on technologies in education sector, and now we are going to register either as a profit-making business in the education sector, and we have also gotten some opportunities with investors. The last session on how to do pitching was very impactful to me because right after that session, I was able to do a pitching to some investors, and I happened to be, like in the second. I couldn't make it to the final, but I was selected to the I don't know, like a group before the final winners. So to me, it was very, it was an exciting moment because I just opened an enterprise and yet I just got the opportunity to do the pitching, and all was because of the training I have gotten from Powen on how to prepare the pitch deck, on how to do a business proposal, and combining all those components together. So I'm very humbled, and it's such an honor to be part of this community and network. And just may God bless you and increase you in whatever you're doing in the future. And I wish the best to my fellows, Powen's beneficiaries, and I wish everyone the best. Please welcome to Tanzania, and I would love to to host you at some point. Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria Anderson, and you can be sure that I'm coming to Tanzania again for the third time. Tanzania is just such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful country that hosts such fond memories for me, right? So yeah, so before I make the grand announcement, there is going to be a final evaluation form that we need everyone. Okay, so I'll talk about later. I'll talk about that later, really. At this point, let me talk about our winners. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I did say that we're going to give out 5 websites, right? Who remembers when I said that? We're going to give 5 people websites. 5 people. Lightness, you're in Tanzania. Oh, good. I'll definitely get in touch with all of you whenever I get. We are giving 5 people website. Who's excited? Who's excited? No, it's not just whoever is in need, though. It is whoever is in the top of our participants, you have been attending all the sessions. Unfortunately, we've not gotten all the feedback from the coaches. We're supposed to incorporate that into this, but because we've not gotten that, we're just going to base this on participation in sessions. And so we're going to take the top 5, but we're going to do it in such a way that no country would have 2 people. Yeah. So yes, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll to the first person. Oh, if the person is not in this session, whether on Zoom or on YouTube, you would lose the opportunity to get your website. So when I call the name, if you're on Zoom, please raise your hand so that I can allow you to speak. If you're on YouTube, please please just indicate by, just typing in your name, right? So I'm going to call a name, give like 2 minutes for you to identify yourself. And then, yes. So our first winner is from Malawi. Whoa, 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 whoa. She's from Malawi. Her name starts with E, her surname starts with M, and her name is Emily Munami. I hope I got that right. So if you are on Zoom, please raise your hand. Let's hear your voice. If you are on YouTube, please, 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 please. Let's see you. Let's see. So I can't see any hands raised on Zoom. Let me go to YouTube. Let me go to YouTube. Let me go to YouTube. I can't see anybody. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is she going to just lose her website like that? Whoa. Okay, so I will wait. If I call the other names and I do not see her, yes. So our next winner, and I know she's online. I've seen her and I'm waiting for you. She's from Botswana, a country I'd love to visit one of those days. Her name is O'Neill Batshidi. When I see that name any day, anytime, I know that name. She's always sending in assignments and asking questions, contributing in groups. We have O'Neill Batshidi from Botswana. O'Neill, I saw you. I know you signed on Zoom. I want to see you. Yes. So I'm going to allow you to speak. Congratulations, O'Neill.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, your goodness.
Thank you so much. I didn't expect this at all. Like seriously, yeah. I didn't expect it. Not at all. I am so grateful. I am so thankful. I'm just lost for words, but I am just so grateful in so many ways. I mean, I cannot even be able to express it, but just know that you have touched my life in such a great way, because I bumped into this application. I believe it was just God driven, like it's just God who just ordered my steps for me to meet with Pawen. And I'm just grateful, like from the bottom of my heart, I am.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So all you just need to do is to send us an email, info@pawen.org, when you're ready, and then we'll get you started. Right?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You've got 6 months. 6 months from now. I know you may not have everything ready, but 6 months from now to take it up. So between now and 6 months from now, that's what I mean. Anytime you're ready.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. So our third winner, drum roll lady, she's from Zimbabwe, and I saw her during the meeting, when the first meeting we had, she had scattered hair. Her hair was standing up and down. Yeah. She knows herself by now. Her name is Sitabile Ndlovu. Woo, woo. Well done, Zimbabwe. Yeah. Sitabile, I want to see you. I want to see you. Raise your hand so that I can allow you to speak. Okay, so next person, if you're on YouTube, let me check if you're in, what did I just do? If you're on YouTube, I'd like to see you. Yeah, please let me know if she's on YouTube. Sitabile, I saw you at the first term. Then our fourth winner, this one, everybody knows her. She is from Nigeria. You will know her. She's that woman who has beautiful writing skills that can make you jump up and say, no, I must do the work. And she's none other than one lady that I like so much, Ukamaka Okolo. You will know her. She calls, her name on WhatsApp is Mama Africa. So for a long time, I kept calling her Mama Africa. Ukamaka Okolo. If you're on Zoom, please raise up your hand so that I can allow you to speak. Yes, Ukamaka, I see you, and I'm going to allow you to speak now. Sitabile, I'm still waiting for you. Ukamaka, go ahead and speak. Unmute yourself, please.
Wow. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, Ukamaka.
I'm honestly short of words now. Thank you very much, Pauline. Thank you very much, fellow participants. Thank you. I
You're
always
welcome.
believe that every woman, it is said that everybody, but I always specify or particularly indicate women, because most times women are so reserved and conserved when it comes to winning and success. But you know what? There is that winning ability in every one of us. It's up to us to go out there and shine. You know, when the founder, Pawen, was saying that in few years from now, that they are expecting that Pawen entrepreneurs will be leading in all parastatals, I said, yes, that is it. Thank you, Ma. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Ukamaka. And our next winner is from Ghana, and her name, forgive me if I don't pronounce your name right. I hope I don't murder this name. Right? Her name is Ansa Ewurabena. Are you online? Ansa Ewurabena. She's from Ghana. If you do not indicate whether you're online, I would not give you your website. I would move on to the next person. So we have a long list that we're working with. So far we've only gotten O'Neill, Ukamaka. I saw Sitabile. I don't know what happened. I saw her when we had the meeting. I don't know why she's not here. I know I did see her. So we have only 2 people who've claimed. I've seen Sitabile. Yes, Sitabile, I'm allowing you to speak now. Please unmute.
I have unmuted.
Yes, so go ahead and speak.
I told you at the beginning I'm more nervous. I had to run away when you mentioned my name. I'm humbled. Thank you very much. It's such an honor. I'm even crying. I'm so happy. I don't even know what to tell people, but thank you so much. Thank you, Pawen. Thank you, Shayi. It's been such a journey, you know. When I joined here, I was gonna do rapids, not techies, you know. But through all the lessons, the mentorship, the coaching, I'm really, really humbled, and I'm so, so grateful. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. So the next, I see some people canvassing for Naledi. The truth of the matter is that we actually had a lot of people who were active, right? But what we're just doing is just to take the top from our records, and it really doesn't mean that it's not to say that you were not active. It's just to say, I mean, we actually tried to get people to sponsor, this website, but unfortunately, maybe I just didn't speak to enough people. We didn't get. So this is me just saying, okay, I know I can do 5 websites. Let me do 5 websites and give it out. Whew. Okay, so what country are we going to next? We're going to Tanzania. So we've seen 3 people take up. So we have Sitabile, we have O'Neill, we have Ukamaka. I'm going next. So I mean, Ansa, a Ghanaian friend, what's her name again? Ewurabena Ansa, please, 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 I'd like to see you. And you may be somewhere, please show up. All right, so I'll have to go down now to another person now. So I'll go to Tanzania and we'll look at Elizabeth Moses K. Elizabeth Moses K from Tanzania. No one from Uganda on my top list, unfortunately. Yeah. Elizabeth Moses K from Tanzania. Elizabeth Moses from Tanzania. Elizabeth, where are you? 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 I'd like to see you, Elizabeth, whether on Zoom or on YouTube. See how people are just losing websites just because they refuse to show up for the closing ceremony. Okay, you see? Okay. So I really don't have any other country in top 15. So I'm going to take from, I'm going to take one person. Oh yeah, there's Kenya here. Oh, how could I have missed it? Yeah, so we have Kenya. So Irene Mutio, are you there? Oh yeah, I see you. Okay, here you are. I see you on YouTube, and that is Ansa Ewurabena from Ghana. No, the name that I'm seeing on YouTube is different. I'm saying Goret Nabukenya. No, that's a different name. No. All right, so from Kenya, Irene Mutio, are you there? This may be your lucky chance. Irene Mutio. Irene Mutio, are you there? Ansa is on Zoom. I can't see her. Oh my, let me see. Oh yeah, I've seen her. Oh, forgive me. Please speak. Go ahead and speak. I've allowed you to speak.
Oh my God. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I'm honestly so surprised. I'm honestly so surprised. And I just want to say thank you so much. I joined Powin with the mindset of making it to the end. I didn't want it to be something that I'll just start and not be able to finish. And so that was the reason why I chose to be a peer group leader, so that it gave me this responsibility. Because if you're a leader, you have the responsibility to set an example for your followers to also follow. So that is what mainly kept me on my toes to attend all the sessions and to submit all my assignments. There were times where I would have like lectures. I'm a university student, University of Ghana Business School. So there were times where I would be in lectures and maybe the session starts at 1 p.m. maybe the session starts at 1 p.m. in Ghana, and I'd have to quickly finish my class and then join the session on Zoom. So I just made it possible anyway. And this is an encouragement to everyone here that no matter the situation that you find yourself, you still have to find a way to make it work. And you still need to win in the end. So that's my advice to every lady on here. Thank you so much, Powin. And I honestly wasn't expecting this at all. Thank you.
That's fine. That's fine. Congratulations. And don't forget to send us an email once you're ready to for your website soon, once you have your content right. So Irene, I cannot see you, but I would like to move on with the session because time is really fast spent. We have Muti, Irene Mutio from Kenya. I've not seen her. I need to see her. I need to see her, and then she gets her prize. Okay, let me continue. Okay, so I stopped sharing. Let me just do this. Okay, something is wrong with my system and sharing. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk out of it. All right, so for certificates, yes, we will be giving you certificates. What did you think? Did you think we'll have the session and not give you certificates? For those who have worked hard, you will get your certificates. We're just waiting for the, can you see my screen, the certificates? Yeah, we're waiting for the coaches to send them to finalize their reports and send it in. Once they send it in, we will give you your certificates. But in line with that, there's a final evaluation that we'll need every member to fill, right? It will be sent to you by the end of today. We'll give you like 1 week to fill it. Like some of the things you need to put in there is like how you'd want your name written on your certificate. And we would only print out or create certificates for those who complete the evaluation. Now, the evaluation will take a bit of time. It's not like the usual evaluation that you are used to. So please budget, please budget at least like 20 minutes to complete it, because we'll be asking you questions based on your entrepreneurial profile, your business, and all of that, because all of this is what will take to begin to create initiatives to help you grow. Because don't forget, one of the key things we are going to focus on for the next 1 year is how do we facilitate access to markets and how do we facilitate access to finance for every one of our entrepreneurs. So let's not forget that. And then we have the physical meets, right? I know Lagos is having its own physical meets today and this weekend, and some other states too are having theirs this weekend. I think Zambia or some other countries, right, are having it. Just let's try to have our physical meets as soon as we possibly can. It is important, so that we can get to meet each other. There's just something about meeting in person, right? That creates, a long-lasting bond. And so with that, do reach out to me. I'd like to connect with every one of you on social media. These are my social media handles. I think they work. Yeah, they work. I'm not so active on social media, but yes, let's connect. Drop me a note, send me a message. Instagram and Facebook is oluwasei.kp. On LinkedIn, just look out for my name, Oluwasei KP, Oluwasei KP Peters, or just type in LinkedIn /Oluwasei KP. You'll find me. My email address is oluwasei.kp@paywen.org. On that note, ladies, it's my pleasure, it's my privilege to say that we have come to the end of the Aspiring Entrepreneurs Program Cohort 2. I'd like to take your questions, just a few questions, and then we'll so let me go to Q&A. Oh, Donia says she's back in from Tunisia. Answer. Oh, thank you, Zainab, for the message. Okay, we have 7 raised hands. So who am I going to take? Okay, let me start with Stephanie. Stephanie?
Hello?
Hi, Stephanie, we can hear you. It's dragging, but we can hear you.
Okay. I raised my hand initially. Okay, can you hear me?
The network is quite bad. Can you just send a message? Send a message.
Hello?
It's dragging. Please send a message. Okay. All right. Gloria Anderson, did you want to speak? I think you've spoken before. Let's allow someone who's not spoken. Ukamaka. Ayokumi. Oh, okay. Yes, I'm going to allow you to speak. Ayokumi, I've given you access to speak.
Okay. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you so much. Like, Powen has been, I don't know what to say. The truth is, though I missed some classes and assignment, but the truth is, every session I attended has always been, in fact, sometimes I just wonder how these people, these facilitators just giving their whole, like they're pouring out themselves. So that was one thing I learned from our last class, the last master class, about you signing. Be sure that the person you are partnering with, see, that thing has never left my head. Like, I keep wondering why somebody will be that evil to partner with people, but the truth is, we also, ignorance is not an excuse. So I'm glad that I took, as in that was an eye-opener for me. So thank you so much, Power, and this is a very huge opportunity. And this is not even the end. Like, this is,
absolutely,
yes, we are closing this session, but it's not the end, it's like the beginning. So thank you so much. Thank you for conveying this idea. Thank you for all you've put into it. We are really grateful. Thank you so very much. I've not been the same, that's the truth. I have a lot on my plate this year, but the little time, no, I've not been the same. In fact, that last class blew my mind. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, that was the aim. All right, so I see a name that has not spoken. Oh, good Lord, I don't want to murder your name. Aisatu Nche. You're going to teach me how to pronounce your name. So please, once you start speaking, just pronounce your name for me. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, Shay.
Hi.
Hello, Ma. Good afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon. Please pronounce your name for me, please.
It's Aisatu Z Nche.
Okay, Aisatu Z Nche. Good, thank you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you, Ma, for this great opportunity that you have given me. It's been a long, I don't know if it's a long journey or it's been a journey for me and also an opportunity for me to be able to put my ideas together in place. First of all, yeah, so I'm into agriculture, transformation and processing. So right now, through the Power, I've been able to know where I'm heading to, because I had a lot of ideas here and there, but right now I'm really focused. I know what I want to do and how to go about it. So thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Esther Alozie, please speak. And then we'll have Abiodun Oladoye, and that will be it. Then I'll give my closing mark.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Esther.
Good evening, Ma.
Good evening.
I'm so excited to be part of this program. Parent has really shaped my entrepreneurship mindset. I didn't believe I could do so much in entrepreneurship, and this has been a community that very my coach was unable to continue with although I reported severally to her.
Sorry, what's that?
I said I was unable to continue with my coaching classes because most of the times when I try to log in, I don't gain access to the meeting. Although I reported severally to her, there was no remedy and I couldn't continue again.
Who was your coach?
Madam Ronke Osho.
No, I should, you should have maybe let us know. But hey, anyways, you've got, irrespective of whether you're able to meet up with the coaching or not, you've gotten so much that we want to see what you will do with what you have learned, right? So please still use what you have learned and make magic happen. We have a deal, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right. So one more person, Abidemi, where are you? Okay, go ahead and speak.
Hello, I've spoken before, but I'm excited coming back again.
Okay, no. If you've spoken before, that's fine. I forgot. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so ladies, that is it. Let me let a little bit of the cat out of the bag, right? For the ladies that put in the work, we are going to come back. I mean, the community goes on, but at some point we'll be calling to see what you have done with what you know, because there's a next step to this developmental process. But we want to see what you have done with what you know. So, we started with 1,000, right? The number of people who will be getting certificates is really less than half of that, if at all, and out of that half, and that's why we are opening up the borders. So right now, we have gone back, we reset. We are starting at ground zero. So plus you and all those we're all starting at ground zero. And we now want to see those who would transform their businesses from the knowledge that they have gained. Now, those people, we're now going to call them into some inner caucus developmental process. Let me just call it that, right? That would scale their business forever. And that will take place sometime early next year, right? So ladies, the time to act is now. We are determined to help you succeed. But as they say, you can only push a donkey to the river. You cannot force it to drink. We've given you all that you need to succeed. Ladies, please, let's make magic happen. And with that, I'll say thank you for being a part of this. The conversation continues on WhatsApp, on Telegram. We will still continue to send emails as we always do. Please always reach out. You can always reach out to Stephanie or always reach out to Ione at any point in time. And I'm sure they'll be more than willing to assist you in any way they can. Thank you, ladies. Oh, the certificates. We are going to send you an evaluation form today. It's going to go out today. Stephanie will send it out today, and then you fill it, and we'll begin to give out certificates from next week, right? But you need to fill out that evaluation form. Only those who fill out the evaluation form and make the criteria will be given the certificates. So that's in response to Shanda Mutafela, right? The certificate. Don't worry, we'll send it to you by email. So you get it. We'll send it by email. We'll also send it via the social media networks. So ladies, yeah, thank you all, and do enjoy the rest of your week. Bye. Stop share.